So welcome back, my honorable hoppers of the weeds. Today we're going to talk about filing frets and how much pain and agony there is when you put new frets in. Let's do it! Alright, welcome back folks, and thank you for tuning in. Thanks for keeping it here. Thanks for all the new subscribers. I hope you stay along for the ride and the madness that comes with it. With the host that never sleeps, thanks to the old subscribers and the patrons. A lot of you all, a bunch of you, man, asking me about this file right here. So I've been finally got caught up enough to get back on my own guitar. You know what they say about luthiers, they fix so many instruments, their own instruments fall apart. So I finally got caught up enough to get back on this. I did file on these frets a little bit, but a lot of you all was asking me about this. So I thought I'd just make a video on it, on this file, these files. There's two there. So come on over. I'll tell you about it, what I know about it, and we'll get into filing these frets down a little bit more. Alright, welcome back folks. Thanks for keeping it, y'all. Like I say, I filed on these a little bit. I gotta get, here's one. I'll just lay this up here like so. And let the guitar head rest there. So we're not going to be, I'll knock something off and I don't even know what it was. I heard it fall. We're not going to be putting any pressure downward onto that. Those are pretty slick right now. They could use a little bit more. Yeah, about this file. All it is, like I said before, it's just two old mill files. These screws, of course, hold the file in place, but they also allow you to adjust the depth of your file. Like either one of these files, you know, if I was coming clear back in here, I think you can see that in the camera. If I was coming clear back in here, you do not want that file to get into your finish and eat into that wood, man. And it will if you don't adjust the depth of it, where it won't do that. I think I have this one adjusted now. Yeah, it's not touching that. But I don't have to sand back there, and I'm not going to. And this is a 90-degree file. This one right here is 90 degrees. And this one's 35. I looked it up. Somebody straightened me out on it too. And then I looked it up too. So, you know, all you'd have to do is cut you a square block like that. That's, I don't know how long that is. You know, I can tell you here really quick. Maybe I can. If I can get on it. It's about 6 1/4 inches long. Across it, it's 2 inches, and it is 1 1/4 inches thick. So there you go. Cut you out a wooden block, get 4 screws, take an old mill file and break it in half, or get 2 of them. These are very rough, very extremely rough files. Now I need to use this 90-degree one a little bit more, so you can hear that. It's just barely biting in right now. Now I can see a little bit of wood shavings there, so I'm going to stop right there, do the other side with the 90-degree one. Idiot. Like I say, I did some sanding on this already. See, it's just almost where we want it at. Mainly I need to use this 35-degree file and just take, you know, the edge off of these frets. Then, once I do that and start polishing the frets and grooming them all up, leveling and all that jazz, I've got another 3-sided file. One side of it is slick and it's got a file, maybe 2 sides are slick, I believe it is. And one side's only got a file on it. And what you do with that is file the ends of every one of these frets. Like start right here on this fret and roll over as I file it. Like so. Then come over on this other side and roll over this way as I file it. I do every one of them like that. Well, at least every one of the new ones that I put in there. But first, this. You can just listen to the files, all you got to do. And you can tell, you know, when to quit. You can tell when to quit. Yeah, I see shaving metal coming off there with this one, so we're not there yet. They are very, very close though. Like I say, this file digs in. These files dig in a hurry, man. Can you see? I don't know if you're able to see the shavings there from the frets or not. Once we get that 35-degree angle on there, then we're ready to start working them down, making them in uniform with each other. If you just do this, I'm not going to hold you here for this whole thing, because it takes a good while, even with this rough file. But you can hear it. I don't know if you can hear it on the camera or not. Let me do this other side, maybe you can. And you can hear it change. You can feel it too. Hear that? That's cutting into the frets. Hear it? And if I can hold it down on there, it will. That's cutting into the frets there. You can plainly hear that. I just got to do it until it don't cut into the frets anymore. And you'll start eventually to see a tiny bit of wood shaving there. You stop when you see that. But that's already changed the sound big time. Can you? I don't know. I hope the camera's picking up the difference in that. I don't know if it'll get it or not. The first frets needs a little more love because the whole file is not going over the fret. I'd have to shove it clear up here, you know, for it to get as much filing as the rest of them's getting. So I'm just going to hit it a few licks like this to catch up. Fret right on there. But this is what I'm doing, man. Again now to this guitar. I had a couple of jobs I needed to finish up. I think this side's done, man. I see a little bit of wood there and a whole lot of fret shavings. You're going to get your hands dirty when you do this, by the way. Yeah, this side's not finished yet. But that's the way this file works. A lot of y'all asked me where I got it at. And I don't remember exactly. I've had this thing for so long, man. I don't know. Well, maybe I can tell you. Yeah, GMI. GMI. That's where I got it from. In Greece. That's what it says. They're in Greece. You could probably Google them. Looks like you had to put a lot of stamps on it to mail it to me. But that's where I got it from, because this is the container it came in. So there you go. Google GMI. I'm sure their website, surely they have a website, will come up. But yeah, and that's how you use it, man. Like I say, when you get back in here, if I was going to file it back in here, I'm going to make absolutely sure the file was inset into this block enough, and they are all the way, to where, you know, the files wouldn't dig into the finish back there. That's an easy, common mistake a lot of people makes if they're not very extremely careful. And I got a mess under here, man. Y'all probably can't see that, but let's see. Let me feel this one again. Yeah, that side's okay. It's done. This one is going to take a little more time. I don't know if you can hear that change or not. There, it's changing now. And I think we're done on that side. Like I say, I filed a long time on this before, off camera though, one day. But that's all there is to it. Like I say, there's all kind of dust. I got a sweep, man. I'm going to do that right now because you don't want your instrument in that stuff. And up here. So hold on. It's pretty bad. It's really bad down here, man. Check that out. Wow. What a mess. That's all there is to that. Yeah, those feel really good, man. They feel just like these back here do. I can't tell any difference in them. That's perfect. Now I need to find that three-sided file I was telling you about and knock the edges off of these a little bit. I may wait long. Probably wait till I start leveling the frets and getting into that horrible mess. I don't know if you guys want to see that or not. I'll show it to you again. I've got all kind of videos doing it. If you want to see it, just say so. I guess I'll show it. I don't know if I want to do that tonight or not though. Hold on. Well, wouldn't you know, I can't find that three-sided file, any one of them. I've got a bunch of them, man. They're probably in there here in this bunch of shit, I'd say. But like I was saying, that file just, you go along each fret, I think you maybe can see there, and like I say, get on the side of it, and the slick side of the file goes against your neck here, because you don't want to file that. And it won't file, it just slide along it. And you roll it over. As you file it, you roll it over. Then you come over on the other side, file it, and roll it, the other direction. Do each fret that way. Both ends of each fret. I'm just going to do the new ones. These down here, they don't need it. But I do have to level those new frets with these. That'll be probably about the very next thing we do. Or the next thing I do anyways. Hold on. That's pretty much all there is to that file. For those of you that was asking about it. And that's the way you use it. There it is again. Guess you had a good enough look at it by now, surely. That's the angled one, and 90 degree. This one's 90. This one's 35 degrees. And that's what it looks like. You could Google, well, it says, if you want to write this down, it says GMI, and then it says AG, period, Georgiou, Georgiou, and SP, period, Karalis, Karalis 8, Liti, Liti. And then it says 572 space 00 Thessaloniki, Thessaloniki, Greece. So that's the address it came from. If you want to order one, I'm sure you get it cheaper there than you would at the guys that we love to hate. I guarantee you that's why I probably got it from there. But I can't remember what I paid for it. I have no idea, man. I don't think there's there's nothing in there. I can't remember what I paid for it. It was so long ago. But there you go, and that's the way you use it. Use the 90 degree file first. Get your fret ends down, to where they're not sticking out. And then use 35 degree one last to, round over the top of the fret a little bit. And then, like I say, I'll take that three-sided file, if I can find one of them, and do this later. It'll probably take me the rest of the night to find the files. Cheers. Thanks for watching, you guys. One of these. Ask me about it. Hope that helps. Thank you guys for watching, and ladies, and I'll see you next time. Here it is. I found it. See, it's slick. There's two sides you can see right there. Both of them are both slick. Okay, I'll roll it around there. You can see what the thing looks like. I hope you can see that. I don't know, man. Anyways, I found it. Whoa! The birdie bob. I'm gonna get the doo-doo now.